Loki, say hello. Hi everyone and welcome to another video. In this video, this is just a random video. I don't know if anyone's going to be interested in this, but I just thought I'd do it anyway because I like colouring in my spare time sometimes. I find it relaxing if I'm listening to an audiobook or a podcast or something like that. And I thought I'll just upload it onto my art channel because it's like an art kind of thing. So I've just put my colouring books that I own here. I own 12 colouring books and I'm just going to show you the ones that I've got and also the pictures inside that I have completed as well. So I'm just going to go through them. I've got ones by 3 different illustrators. I've got Johanna Basford, which I think is one of the most popular ones because her books are just stunning. I've got Eiry, I don't know how you pronounce it, but that's another one that I have some books by. And also Kerby Rosanes, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it either, I'm so sorry, but yeah, they're the 3 artists that I've got their colouring books of, so I'm going to go through them with you now. I'm going to start off with Johanna Basford's ones. Oh, I think I actually have 13. I forgot to count this one at the bottom that was hidden, but yeah, so I've got quite a few of Johanna Basford's ones because she was the first person I ever bought colouring books of, and I will show you them now. So the first one that I ever bought was The Secret Garden. That was really awkward. My neighbour just walked past this window because basically I've got the camera on a windowsill. So yeah, anyway. Secret Garden. I remember I was at university when I bought this because I just wanted something relaxing to do in between my studies, and I ended up buying this one. Inside I've got this one which I have done, which is just the intro page, and then this book belongs to page. And then this was the first picture that I ever did, which was a big massive garden kind of one. And I used like really cheap rubbishy colouring pencils, but it still turned out pretty cute. I've also done this one in here, which is just a pretty flower pattern one. This one here that I started but didn't finish, which is of this Wishing Well one, but I should complete that because that would look really cute and pretty when it is done. If you're interested in colouring like nature kind of things, I definitely recommend Johanna Basford's books because there are lots of nature, animals, leaves, flowers, plants, that kind of thing. Because some of these have such like tiny details. Look how tiny these are. And I've also done this scarecrow one. Yeah, turns out that's all that I've done in The Secret Garden. And the second one by her that I ever bought was Enchanted Forest. This one I think I've done quite a lot in, so I'm gonna quickly go through the ones that I've done. So I did the opening page, and this book belongs to page. And this book at the beginning there's like a map, which then the book goes through every area within the map. So I coloured in the map. This border I remember taking ages just because there's a lot of it. And then I've done this like compass page when I drew like this map behind it, which I think looked pretty cool. And then I also have done this page here. And I've done this big page here, which is just trees, and I did them all different colours. And then I've also done this owl one and the squirrel. And then I have done this one as well, which is just another leaf kind of pattern with a little hidden owl. So also in these books there's like things you've got to find in the book, which is quite cool. So I think that owl is one of them. And then I've got this piece, which I was actually really proud of. I think it looks awesome, but yeah, this took me forever, as you can see, because this is a huge double spread. I think for this one I copied on Instagram or Pinterest, I can't remember, someone else's colours, so I didn't create the colours myself, I just copied that, which is sometimes what I do because sometimes thinking of the colours and everything is a bit effort. Sometimes I just want to like copy something and just add the colour to the page. So that is that. And this one here, I followed someone's tutorial on YouTube. I can't remember who the person it was now, but she does lots of colouring book videos and stuff, and I followed one of her tutorials for this piece, which she did in real time, and I just followed along with it. And another book I've got is Magical Jungle by Johanna Basford. I've done the welcome page. In this book, it's a lot more of a white coloured paper, whereas the other two have more of a cream coloured paper. I actually preferred colouring on the white paper just because I feel like the colours stand out more, but it doesn't really bother me either way. And then I did this double page spread of like a jungle scene with a monkey, an elephant, parrot and a crocodile. So I also started this piece here and I've never finished it, but I should finish it because it looks like it would be pretty cool. Yeah, again, another one that I started and haven't finished, two hummingbirds. And again, another one which I haven't finished, which is of this hippo. I should just go through this and finish all the ones that I haven't finished. Okay, and that's all the ones that I've done in this one, or started, should I say. There was more that I've started and not finished in that one. And then I've got Lost Ocean, which is obviously all like ocean and that kind of stuff. So I did the this page, which I just did in pens, and then the little belongs to page. And then here I've done this one, which is just loads of sea life creatures, and this one here, which is more of like a pattern. And then I did this one using pen rather than coloured pencil, just because I felt like it. Another one that I started, which is just another kind of pattern one. I started that in pen, but never finished it. I've done this one here, which is of an octopus getting treasure out of a treasure chest. That's all from that one as well, apparently. And I've also got World of Flowers. She has got a new book out, which I do really want, but I've got enough colouring books. I don't need any more. I just like them. I like her artwork. I like sometimes just looking through them. I don't know why I'm weird like that, but I just like looking through them. I've done the opening page and also the This Book Belongs To page. I've done this little reef kind of one. And I also like adding gel pen to my colouring pages just to add a few little details, some little dots or things like that. Little one here that I started and didn't finish. Got these flowers on a shelf. And that is all that's in that one. There is a picture in this which I'm going to use for a testing and comparing coloured pencil video, which will be coming out soon. I haven't filmed it yet, but that will be featuring this book. And I've also got Johanna's Christmas, which is just loads of Christmassy themed colouring pages, which I have done a few out of, which I remember doing over Christmas time. I've done this one here, which is like a gingerbread house with all the sweets and stuff around the edge. This one here that I did, which has just loads of like Christmassy themed things. Did this one here, which is just of a bird carrying some presents. And I've done this one here, which is just a music player with like baubles and stuff coming out of it. And then I'd obviously started this one here, but hadn't quite finished it. That's all that's in that one. So that is all the Johanna Basford colouring books. And now moving on to this illustrator, which is the one that's like Eiry. I don't know how you pronounce it, but they do the romantic country colouring books. So I've got the first one, the second one, and the third one. So it's Romantic Country, the second tale, and Romantic Country, the third tale. So first of all, this is the first book. These illustrations are done more like less of a solid line. They're kind of a bit fainter. I don't know if you can see, and it looks more like it's drawn on rather than as neat and precise as Johanna's style. So they've got quite a different style, but I really like them as well. And these ones usually start off with like a map, and then throughout the book it takes you through all the places in this little village. So I did this one here, which I just didn't do the floor at the bottom, but that's just like a little village, some stores. Hey, Olive. That was awkward. There was one of my neighbours just came out right by the window as I was showing a book at the door. He probably thought, what the hell is that person doing? Anyway, moving on. I also did this one here, which is just some different cakes, apart from that one in the middle I obviously haven't done yet. Another one here which I've started but haven't finished. I've done this one here of this girl sleeping in her bed. Well, she's reading in bed, I think. Yeah, she's reading. And again, I've started this one here. I think I was just experimenting with some watercolour pencils at the time, so that's why I did those couple. And again, this is using watercolour pencils. I obviously started this one, but hadn't finished it. There's this Halloween one of a pumpkin, like pumpkin scarecrow with some pumpkins. Okay, that's all that I've done in Romantic Country, the first one. Okay, and then moving on to the second tail with this one here, which I was really pleased with. And I started this one here of this like fairy princess, but haven't finished it. Apparently that's all that I've done in that one as well. And then moving on to the third one. I've got this Christmassy scene here, which I obviously started and didn't finish, but I should continue with it because I think that will look awesome when it's done. Another one that I've started and hadn't finished, which is just of this little flower cart selling flowers and plants. And that is all from the third one that I have done. It's not very much, which I need to get onto it because there are some really nice pictures in these which will look awesome when they are done. So yeah, I just need to get onto it. I just don't have time. And then finally I've got Kerby Rosanes, or however you pronounce it, 4 of their books as well. And I've got Animorphia, and this is a completely different style, as you can see here, than any of the other books that I've got, but they are really cool. So most of the pictures are like animals morphing into like loads of little doodles and stuff. So this is one I started of a parrot. And as you can see, there's the parrot, which is quite like realistic looking, I suppose. And then it goes into all these cute little doodles and stuff, which is really cool. This one here that I have finished, which is of this bird, and in all its tail feathers, there's all these really cool little doodles and stuff. That's all I've done in Animorphia, which again isn't very much, but sometimes I just like looking at the artwork, as I said before, because there's just some really cool pictures in here. Like this giant whale and all the doodles and stuff. It's just really cool. I just like looking at them sometimes. And then I've got Imagimorphia here, which is similar kind of idea, but instead of just animals, there's like a mixture of things, as you'll see in a minute. So I started the It Belongs To page, just colouring a couple of dinosaurs in the corner. I've got here, there's a couple swans, and I started this one, swan with all the fishes in the feathers, so I started that one. I did this one here, which is of like that Tutankhamun, with some like random other Egyptian things and some doodles around him. That's all that's in the Imagimorphia. And then I've got Mythomorphia, which is a similar idea again, but it's with like mythical creatures and stuff. Like I really like this page, for example. Really pretty. This is one that I'm actually doing at the moment, which is of like a fire dragon, and then there's another one this side which is like water, which I'm going to do in like blue and stuff, so I'm doing that one at the moment. Ages ago. This is one my partner started. I didn't do that. He's never coloured before, he doesn't do it anymore either, but we randomly were just colouring together for remember why. Okay, this is the big one that I did, which I was really pleased with. I did again follow, like copy something off Pinterest or something, so I can't, like, I didn't create the colour scheme myself or anything, but yeah, that's what that one looks like. I think that looks really cool, and that took me ages. Oh, and I have done this one, which is of like a mermaid kind of person. Yeah, that's kind of like a mermaid with all the creatures and stuff in her hair. And again, in these books, there's like things that you have to hunt for within the book, which I think is pretty cool. And then the final book is Worlds Within Worlds, which is a pretty cool book. I really like some of the pictures in this. They're really creative. So when I say like Worlds Within Worlds, it's like a tortoise with its shell as a literal house, a moon with trees and stuff inside. I did this one, which is like a globe with literally a whole world inside, which is cute. I started this one, which is pretty cool. It's like bubbles, and in each bubble is a different world. So I did one of them, which is like a space scene, which I think turned out pretty cool. That's all that this is in that one as well. my camera's literally just about to die, so I'm going to end this video, but I hope you found it interesting, just having a little look at some different kind of artwork that I work on. It's just like a hobby thing that's just quite relaxing, just working on some colouring pages or something. As I said, as I'm listening to an audiobook or a podcast or something, it's just another way I like to relax. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give the video a like and subscribe if you want to see more from me, and I will hopefully see you in the next video. Bye for now.